Hey guys, how are you doing? This is Yatish, and you are watching Yatish Rise. Now, if you go back some, I don't know, a year or so ago, you will see that I made a video titled This Week I Tried Number One, and I never made a number two. So, so now, after all this time, I have some, room, not as in the physical room, but like mental space and time and everything. Mostly because now I have work and work is defined between, Monday to Friday. So Saturday, Sunday, I do get off. And for the most part, maybe one day out of those I'll go out or do something, whatever. But usually one day I do have proper free. So I have decided to change this week I tried into something else entirely and make it a this month I tried. With that in mind, welcome to the first this month I tried. So jumping straight to the things I tried. One thing I tried was streaming. Now, if you are a avid fan, maybe one of those 5 to 10 people fans, you will know that I started streaming. Right now, I am streaming Spider-Man Remastered, and it is a phenomenal game. Obviously, I'm not really sure my streams are that interesting or what, but it's just fun to stream. That's what I found out. I had some issues at the starting, but now I think I'm pretty much getting into the streaming part. I have set up pretty much everything. It takes me maybe 5 to 10 minutes max to get everything running and start a stream. I know it's still a lot for streaming in general, but for me that's a lot. That's quite streamlined. I can start a stream in like 5 to 10 minutes. In fact, after recording this video, I might actually stream. So yeah, there's that. I have been cooking a lot more these days, just being at home, and I'm just trying to take better care of my health. It's not been working that well, but I'm trying. And in that regards, I read a book called Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat. I have never been able to get its sequence correct in the first try. I don't know. It's Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat. It's a book written by Samin Norsat. I think that's how it's pronounced. Anyways, it's a really good cookbook. It is not going to be like a magic formula to fix everything, make you an amazing cook or anything. But the concepts, the basics, the science is pretty amazing behind all of those things. It's like I'll probably actually have to read it a couple times to fully get everything as I cook more and more. So, experience plus knowledge plus probably some other cookbooks here and there to all combine to make something good. But as a basis, this is pretty good. And till now, I've read about 50%. I've gone through the part with the fat and salt. And okay, one key thing I know from that is when salting food in general, not just cooking chicken, every kind of protein and veggies have their own different salting times, like a chicken, like for example a chicken thigh. You can just salt it for a couple of hours, that's enough. Something more dense like a chicken breast, you put it in brine for about a day, really good. If you're cooking a whole chicken, just put it like in brine or salt, dry salt it, and just put it for like 2 days. It's like different kind of salting. And for example seafood, you can salt it like 15-20 minutes before cooking, more than enough because they're delicate. Veggies, you can just salt them a bit more, like half an hour or something, I don't know. The point is, it's a very intricate book overall, and I am very excited to read more of it, but I'm not really that big of a reader, so it does hinder me a little bit because I'm pretty slow and I get distracted a bit from reading. But still, something I definitely want to continue. I will definitely finish the book, hopefully by the next this month I've tried. Okay. Then the third thing is now I have a new laptop. If you know, I'm recording at it right now. So yeah, in this laptop I was playing Miles Morales, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and it was a pretty phenomenal game. I finished the game now. I love one fact that you can't actually skip cutscenes. For some people that might be a deal breaker, but for me actually, I don't think you can skip cutscenes. At least it's not like one tab and skip. I think you need to go escape and go into skip cinematic, so you need to be very aware that you are skipping a cinematic. So if you can't do that, I actually feel that it adds a lot to the story. Like at the end scene, I'm not going to tell the climax and all, but I did cry a very little bit. It's not really a big deal, because, like, I cry very easily with shows, movies, things, content in general. So, but for a game, I think that might be the first time. For whatever I have tried, this was pretty good. Yeah, so I would give the game a solid 9 out of 10, I guess. Okay, I should actually rate things, because why the fuck not? I would like to rate Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat. I have not, read it completely yet. So I would rate it 8 out of 10. Spider-Man Miles Morales, the game is pretty phenomenal. I have finished it and I can confidently say that is a solid 9 out of 10 game. Then I tried a movie. I don't know if you have heard of him, but it's from a director called Satoshi Kon. He is a very, like a cult classic. Like, I don't know how to say it exactly, but I'll just say it like Christopher Nolan of anime world or something like that. It's like mixed bangers usually. And like he has made like three, four movies, and all of them have been really fucking good, apparently. I am not aware of that. I have seen now two movies. First, I saw Tokyo Godfathers. That was like a year ago or something. I don't remember exactly, but it was a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it a lot. And this time I watched Perfect Blue. Now, Perfect Blue was confusing to say the least. Really good, but have you seen Shutter Island? If you have seen Shutter Island, it's that, but more confusing because okay, I am definitely above average smart person, whatever, Hannah. And I have seen a lot of content, and never after watching a movie or an anime or anything, I've had to look up an explainer video before this. I understood Tatami Galaxy, you know, Shutter Island, Inception, Tenet, and what is it? There's that pretty much everything. Actually, maybe Evangelion. That, but honestly, it was who can blame me? What the fuck was he even doing in the last few episodes? So whatever was happening. It's okay. Take out Evangelion. That is fucked up. Other than that, okay. So this is technically the second thing, content. So yeah, and I had to look up and explain the video because I was like, what the fuck just happened? It was very interesting. What the fuck just happened? And after watching an explainer video, I think I would like to watch the movie at least one more time. But during the first watch, as an entertainment perspective, I would give it a 8 out of 10. But if you look at it as a cinematic point of view, like the tools used in the story build up and the rewatchability, then I would definitely give it a solid 10 out of 10. But for the first time enjoyment perspective, yeah, 8 out of 10. Now comes this is a K drama I just randomly started because why the fuck not? This is called Bloodhounds, and it was pretty fun. We have basically you have basically who's a guy who's basically Stallone. Sylvester Stallone, yeah. I mean, he looks like that, and he's kind of like like a fighter kind of character. So it's like very weirdly. I don't know. That's the first thing I thought of. That is not the main character, by the way. The main characters are two young guys, boxers, who, due to scams and all, they have to basically they team up with the Sylvester Stallone guy and they fight a money lender mafia kind of thing. Honestly, it's really interesting, engaging, makes you very invested in the story because of how things it, and it is not afraid to take risks. It, like, things don't always like makes you'd be like you would be shocked at some points. That's what I'm saying. It's like I did not expect that to happen. Like, they take it a bit far, and I love that about it. I would give it a solid 9 out of 10. Now there is the Anthropocene Reviewed. This is a podcast I listen to occasionally. I started about a month ago. I have gone through maybe 20 or so episodes of Anthropocene Reviewed. It's a podcast by John Green, the writer of Fault in Our Stars, I think Paper Towns, and a couple more. He's a very very popular writer, obviously. He and his brother Hank Green, they have like a proper sort of YouTube conglomerate, I think. Not just YouTube, actually, a lot of things. More in the information, I guess, like informatics or whatever. They even have the whole crash course, that's there. So they're big names. And I've tried its podcast. It was rated 5 out of 5. I wouldn't say it was that good, but it was really pretty good. There's a weird feeling to it, you know? It's like, how do I describe it? The content is top notch, like, love it. I guess the delivery fails a little bit, but that's just a personal opinion, honestly. How do I describe it? It's a bit flat, if I had to say. The content is fucking amazing. I love it. It basically reviews, things, human concepts and objects, and basically anything civilization or human based, I guess. Like in one episode, they reviewed like cholera, things like that. McDonald's, and something else. I don't know, just random things. Like pineapple, I think they reviewed once. Pineapple, or I think Hawaiian pizza. Concepts like that, a wide variety of things. So yeah, its delivery falls a bit short. It's a bit flat. Other than that, the content, I really love it. It's a very good thing to just put in the background, not really focus 100% attention to it, but just like listen to it a little bit. It's pretty good for that. So yeah, I would rate Anthropocene reviewed 3.8 out of 5. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. So, thanks for watching. This is Yatish, and you are watching Yatish Tries. Like, subscribe, whatever the fuck you have to do.